And we are live. Back again with another one. The boy Steve, Mahala, and Dominic Rich. So we've been doing this since the Champions League qualifiers, man. So it seems like we've been doing this for a while, right?
Absolutely, yeah. No, Champions League. I eat, sleep, and breathe it, bro.
How you feeling?
Absolutely.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Very happy with Benfica today. Very, very happy. Good
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah,
That's one of your teams. And like my boy Michael Talks Football said that Benfica were gonna get something from that game against PSG. And I was like, nah, no way. No way it's happening, Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi's gonna be too much for Benfica, but it was
bro. We'll talk about when we get to it.
But it was PSG holding on for their lives, you know what I mean? So let's get into this.
Football's a funny game.
It is. And when a team's in form, they're very, very difficult to beat, man. So big up to everybody in the house. We are back with Champions League football. One of the most entertaining, exciting competition on planet Earth. And we're about to talk about match day 3, where Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City picked up wins, but Spurs did very Spursy things. Barcelona and Atlético Madrid, Sevilla, Spanish clubs in trouble, while Real Madrid continue to soar. Over in Germany, the German clubs did very, very well. All 4 German clubs did very well. In the Italian clubs, 3 of them did well. French clubs, 2 French clubs in the league, right? Well, Marseille and PSG.
Yeah.
They did okay. In terms of the Portuguese clubs, they did okay as well. So a lot to discuss, Steve, and we are going to get right into it. Guys, once time permits, at the end, we will do some Europa League and Europa Conference League predictions. So look, we don't want to be super, super, super long tonight, but, we're going to get into this. We're going to get into the discussion here. Let's go to the groups and start from Group A, go all the way down to Group H. So look, as much as I would love to talk about Group A last, we're not gonna have any favoritism here, and we're gonna go through each and every group. So
we gotta give Napoli. To be honest, we should start. Well, we are going to, but they deserve. Yeah,
Napoli, man, Napoli.
7 straight wins across all competitions.
Wow. And I was actually talking to Mike, and I was asking him if Napoli's the real deal this season, if they're going to actually go on to win the Serie A, because I would love to see that. I would really love to see that, because there's been so many seasons, especially, on the Maurizio Sarri, when they were threatening to actually win the title and just fell off, so...
The game against Torino in the 2017-18 season was the one where it fell apart. Yeah.
I like the way they started the season, and the players, stepped up and everything. The introduction of Kovic, Kvaratskhelia is a revelation. And it's nice to see that they're on 9 points. They're pretty much into the round of 16. It's fair to say that they are into the round of 16 right now, because I doubt, I don't want to... write off Ajax right now, but I doubt they'll win their last 3 games to take them up to 12 points, And with Napoli still, have to play Rangers again, I think they should get over 12 points. So it's fair to say that Napoli are in the round of 16. So let's just go over the match day results. And in terms of the games, we had Ajax 1, Napoli 6, Liverpool 2, Rangers 0. Steve, what were your predictions? What were your actual predictions for these games? So I'll share mine right now really quick.
Yeah.
And you share yours when okay, I have mine right here. These are my predictions. I predicted a big win for Napoli, 2-1, not a an away win. And for Liverpool, I predicted a win for Liverpool as well. I think that was a 3-1 win for Liverpool over Rangers. So Not bad at all. Not bad. I predicted both games correctly in terms of the result, and I was proven right. So, look, what was your predictions for this?
I went with a 3-3 draw, Ajax Napoli, but on my Twitter, I changed it because I watched Ajax play Go Ahead Eagles, and they looked very, very
poor. They drew that game. Yeah.
Yep. So I made this prediction a while ago, but I said 3-3 on the app, so we'll count it as that. And then I went for a 3-0 Liverpool win over Rangers.
Okay, so big up to everybody in the chat. Make sure you join the Predictor, league. Just, click that link that I just share right there.
Yeah.
And, you could actually compare your scores with other people who predicted and your tally and everything. And there's a leaderboard and everything. So if you haven't joined my league, hit the link right there and join the league. And next time Michael talks football and I does the prediction, you could join that league as well. So Look, guys, don't forget to smash up the thumbs up button for the stream. We've been doing this since qualifiers and we ain't slowing down at all. So let's talk this game, man. 6-1. How surprised I was. Actually, I didn't watch the game. I didn't follow the game either, but when I went back to check the scores,
you were like, what on earth?
What the hell happened here?
Napoli are the first team to put up five.
Wait. You had a haircut. Wow. Wow. Now you look like a decent young man. Oh my goodness, man. I like that, man. Very, very, very good. Very good. Yeah, very good, man. Good.
I'm not a fan.
What made you cut your hair?
Because I needed my mom suggested to do it because I hadn't cut it in such a long time that I needed to just.
Yeah, man. Good choice, man.
Anyways,
but
that's why.
I like the Jesus looking Steve as well, though. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
It'll grow back. Anyways, back to the football. I know I'm attractive, no. Like I said before, you fanboyed over my hair. Ajax, they had never allowed an opponent to score 5 goals against them at home. Napoli are the first team to do that in the UCL era, and possibly even before. That's the first thing. No, I watched this game on my laptop, and I had the speaker on. I had my other 3 TVs with the other games, but I watched this game probably the most intense because it was so entertaining. It started out with the Kudus goal, which was good work down the left from Berghaus, I believe. Or maybe it was Bergwijn. I honestly forget, but that was a goal. They scored that. Kenneth Taylor was also involved in that. He had a shaky game, but I like the kid a lot. But
I think he had a bright game from the replay. He
overall, though, Zambo Anguissa had his number. That's the thing. Physically, he knew he muscled him off. He had moments of good. He's only 20. Kenneth Taylor's only 20, so he
look okay.
Yeah, no, he was okay, but there was some struggle. Look, so first goal was nice from Ajax. It was deflected and whatever, but still counts. It came off of Kudus's shin, but right place, right time. And then Ajax were starting to look like that they were going to get another one. And the physical battles, the 50-50s, Ajax were winning almost all of them. The intensity, they worked hard to try to press and keep Napoli under pressure. But it all of a sudden, completely out of nowhere, Raspadori gets a beautiful header.
Raspadori's been in very, very good form as well.
The game flipped on its head. Completely on its head.
Yeah.
And then Napoli
I think, you got to keep an eye on this Raspadori kid, man, because the last couple months he's been really good for both club and country. And after Kudus opened the scoring, the celebration, the way Ajax celebrated, you would have thought that they were 3-0 up. And Napoli hit back hard with Raspadori in the 18th, Di Lorenzo in the 33rd.
It was a struggle. After the Napoli goal, it was a real struggle. It was real 50-50 between the two teams because it was going one way, the other way. It's a basketball game, but hard tackles. It was exciting from the 18th to the 30th minute. And then Napoli just kept chipping away. Then Di Lorenzo, I think it was another header too, back post. A beautiful ball. I think it was from Kvaratskhelia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Wonderful ball from him. And Di Lorenzo just put it away. It was amazing. So then Napoli go in 3-1 up, right?
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah.
Napoli they're sensational. And then second half, Napoli just came out the gates and they did not let Ajax breathe. They did not let them breathe.
Raspadori with another 147-minute. Kvaratskhelia back, had a good game, really good game, a goal and an assist. And Giovanni Simeone and Tanguy Ndombele set that up. I think Ndombele did hit the post as well.
Yep.
So, really good game for Spalletti and his boys, man.
Seven straight wins.
They're doing good in Syria. They're really doing well in the Champions League. They beat Liverpool. They beat Ajax. They beat Rangers. And they look poised to go on to top the group. But the second round of matches is going to be key when they travel to Anfield. You see, when they play against Rangers again.
I think they beat Liverpool.
You think they beat them at Anfield?
Yes.
Well, they're Liverpool's bogey team as well. So
exactly.
Do you think they beat Ajax at home?
Yeah, probably 4-1 again.
Yeah,
I see them. Yeah.
This is a crucial game for Ajax. But Ajax do play well on the road, though. Let's not forget that.
They do. That's why I think it'll be 4-1 because they won't be as bad. Who's gonna stop Napoli at the moment?
So I like the look of the team and they have depth. I like if Ilmas came off the bench, Ndombele on loan, he looked good. You know what I'm saying? The team is
Zielinski.
They look good, man. They look good. Zielinski did go off with an injury, so hopefully.
And Osimhen. The scary thing about Napoli is they're doing all their damage without Osimhen. That's the scary part about Napoli. That proves the squad depth side of things.
And Matteo Politano is kind of recovering.
Was on the bench too.
Injury because I did see he picked up an injury, but they didn't.
He was on the bench.
Yeah, they didn't use him. They didn't use him.
They didn't even use him. Yeah,
the team is deep, man.
Yeah, no, Napoli looked like they could make a hard run in the UCL and challenge very strongly for Serie A and Coppa Italia. This team is legit because they lost so many of their established core identity players.
Yes.
And they've transitioned so seamlessly with smart purchases.
Yes.
They this team is stunning. I hate them because I'm a Lazio fan, but I have to give them props because they're fun to watch and they're brilliant. I hate them, but I gotta just sit and applaud because you're a good footballing team. I gotta be honest. I'm a football fan.
Well said, man. Look, notable mentions. You gotta give shout outs to Rachmani and Kim Min-jae at the back. These guys have been doing a great job. Hervin Lozano, the Mexican.
Kim Min-jae. Oh my God.
So let's give credit to those players as well, man. But look, we talked Napoli briefly. Ajax.
They're in trouble.
Do you think? Well, I was just about to ask you the same. You think they're in trouble, right?
I think so.
Do you think they get out the group from here?
No.
Guys in the chat, answer me. Do you think Ajax get out the group?
Nope.
From here? There was also a red card in the game. Let's not forget that. Dusan Tadic sent off in the 73rd minute, and that didn't help. A goal after the red card.
Ajax fans were applauding him because he actually did something. The team, Ajax are in real big trouble. They lack intensity. I think they're a bit cocky. The game against Go Ahead Eagles, it lacked intensity. It lacked any
Well, to be fair, let's not really talk too much about the league because, to be fair, they rotated against a weaker Eredivisie team.
Obviously.
for this game,
Yeah.
and it didn't really work out for them because
Exactly.
they didn't win any of the games.
Yeah.
So just to close things off with this game, Ajax have suffered the heaviest defeat in our competition since November of 1964, which was a 9-4 loss against Feyenoord in the Eredivisie. And also, Ajax has for the first time conceded 5 goals at home in a European competition. So you could see the scale of this defeat. The magnitude is very, very great. So I'm
surprised.
Let's see how they bounce back in the second leg, which is next week.
I just want to say something else about Ajax too. I could see Alfred Schroeder getting the sack soon because the demand.
But wait, why sack him when the team's transitioning?
Because this is Ajax. The fans demand. They take their European history very seriously. To get mocked like this, to be embarrassed in this fashion after drawing with go-ahead Eagles on the weekend too. Like they screw up on the weekend. I forget who they play. Whatever. If they screw up this weekend, there's going to be a tremendous amount of pressure on Alfred Schroeder because things haven't been as seamless a transition as
look, Ajax, their team known to have character, and they could prove that with a bounce back win when they travel to Napoli next week. So they face Napoli next Wednesday. And we move on to the next game, man. Liverpool 2, Rangers 0. I actually expected this, this.
I did
pretty
too.
much, and I think right off the bat, I have to say, it should have been a bigger scoreline.
Of course, Darwin should have had the
but
hat-trick.
McGregor was pretty good in
He
goal.
He was the only player that gave a damn, really.
But also I have to say credit to Rangers because Liverpool, when they had their opportunities, they basically hit the ball straight to the goalkeeper or within range for the goalkeeper to save. And Rangers stayed in the game, and there was a late flurry, and if it wasn't for a clearance off the line by Tsimikas and a late save there by Alisson, it could have ended in a draw, a late comeback for Rangers. Anything could have happened. No, I know you're not going to be in the game, but some substitute. When Rabbi Matondo came on late in the game, when the changes were made late, it gave them a little boost, and they caught Liverpool napping a few times. They caught them lacking.
In the 85th, we took 85 minutes to show any sort of offensive ambition.
It doesn't matter. They were always going to be up against a Liverpool team who are pretty hurt right now from their league performances, the loss against Napoli in the group. So Liverpool were going to bring the A game. You see what I'm saying? So look, Alexander-Arnold in the 7th minute, great free kick.
Yeah,
great goal. And I have to say this. I don't know what the hype is about. We know he's
an offensive dynamo.
We know this. So I don't know what he's running off and celebrating like if shut up telling the people. We know you're good in terms of offensively.
There's no question.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know why Klopp's trying to prove, for example, bringing him off so he could get a standing. You could see little things like that what Klopp's doing to help his confidence and all.
He had no defending to do in this game either.
But I don't think that's going to help his defensive side of his game. You see what I'm saying? What Klopp needs to do is to adapt and make changes like he did in this game by playing Diego Jota as a midfielder. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
That was a good. You switched up to 4-2-3-1.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Protect Hendo. Yeah.
So you see, Fabinho didn't start. He has not been having a great season. So you got to switch things up, try new things. And look, it worked. Even though I think Liverpool would have beat Rangers anyways. You see what I'm saying? But you got to try new things to see. Okay. Let me see if it actually is going to work. If we try it in the league as well. You see what I'm saying? Speaking from a Klopp perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna Liverpool should have won this game 7-0.
Probably, yeah.
But, you know,
if it wasn't for McGregor,
he was good. You know what I mean?
Very,
Pulled
very
off
good.
some big saves.
My man of the match from Rangers, without a shadow of a doubt.
And you could criticize the Liverpool forwards like Salah and Darwin Núñez for not taking those opportunities.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Especially Darwin Núñez, who big things were expected of. Big things. And
it's still early.
I know it's still early.
But we did.
But
this
when
is
you
the
say
pressure.
early,
this is the pressure of playing for Liverpool.
But when you say early, what comes to mind? Erling Haaland. Exactly. And that was a big talking point when both players came into the league. Oh,
in the Community Shield, people thought Haaland was gonna flop. And now they've got egg on their face, they've got dog crap, they've got everything splattered because they look like fools.
Exactly. Yeah. So look, also some of the narrative, you know, Salah did score in the second half there, you know, penalty given. It was a penalty.
No open play goal for Liverpool. Yeah, that's the one thing that they'll probably be disappointed about. Just let me know when I can rant about Rangers.
Leon King, you know, they make it short. Remember, we have 7 more groups to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leon King with the foul there. Salah, very good penalty. You know, he's been on fraud watch lately, and you know that'll do his confidence a world of good. But they need open play goals. Another positive is also that Liverpool kept a clean sheet, and you know it will help their confidence going into the massive game on the weekend against Arsenal, right? So look, something else I wanted to mention here: the group as well. 6 points, 3 behind Napoli. And Liverpool are type of team that could bounce back here in this group and go on to top the group. The last 3 games are going to be very exciting. Let's see how they respond to the loss, you know, on match they won against Napoli. They should beat both Ajax and Rangers. So it's between Liverpool and Napoli here to get top spot in the group, you know. And I won't be surprised if Liverpool bounce back to get top spot, because we know in the Champions League how good they could be. Even if they're suffering in the league, the Champions League is a whole nother competition there. So, I was mentioning some narratives in the game, right? Ryan Kent, former Liverpool player as well. Ben Davies in defense, former Liverpool man as well. So, you know, there might be a few other, you know, little narratives in there as well. What do you think about Rangers, and do you think it was right to start Morelos up top instead of Choliak? Why do you think?
Doesn't matter. It didn't matter. We weren't attacked. We didn't attack until the 85th minute. First shot on target.
Do you think there's any
no
pressure?
Attacking ambition.
Do you think there's pressure Giovanni Van Bronckhorst on his job?
I want him gone in the board, because we sold Aribo, Bassi, and we haven't replaced them. We keep insisting with Batisic. We keep insisting on the same goddamn defending corners in the same fashion. That doesn't work. I'm sick of it. I really am. It's unacceptable. The transfer window for us should have been much better, because we're playing Champions League, for God's sake. We're playing in the Champions League, and we have a very average team. So I'm just disappointed, but I wasn't surprised that we lost. There's a way you lose games. But we woke up in the 85th minute. And when we talk about Benfica PSG later, Benfica were not scared to attack and ask PSG some questions. And they're in red hot form.
So you mentioning that because of, you know, what, an underdog coming up against the more favorable team and doing well.
I would have rather of us lost 5-0 and tried to attack than just defend, and then late in the game we wake up.
Look, Steve, look. Before I close this out, you know, for Liverpool, you could see Konate fit again. You know, so that's a positive.
Great news.
You know, Calvin Ramsey, you know, young Scotsman, fit again, you know. So Liverpool, you know, you got to keep an eye on, even though they didn't start well, They getting their players fit again. Kelleher fit again, you know.
Yeah.
So for the cup games and everything. So, you know, just keep an eye on Liverpool. Even though we might
They could be slowly waking up.
Yeah, we might banter and joke around, but you can't really take them too lightly if they start clicking. So look, we gotta keep it moving, definitely, because we got a lot more to talk about. But any closing thoughts here, Steve?
Giovanni out, bored out. Fuck this team.
Come on, you gotta have some faith and some you gotta have some confidence, man.
No.
Have some faith, have some confidence, and some patience. Last question. And I did mention this. I didn't think Rangers would have lost badly in the game, right? They could have, but I didn't think they would have.
McGregor bailed us out.
And I think I said they should use this game as somewhat of a warm-up to just get a feel of Liverpool for when the game goes back to Ibrox, where they're a lot better. Do you think Rangers could at least scrape a draw at Ibrox?
I hope to God. Do
you think it'll happen?
No.
Okay. All right. So
no.
Neither do I.
Hey, we're on the same page.
So there you have it. Group A wrapped up. And in terms of the next games, which is next week, we got Napoli playing Ajax at home and Rangers hosting Liverpool. They still have Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. You know, Rangers, Ajax, and Napoli, you know, away to Liverpool in Group A. So big up to everybody. Thanks for, you know, bearing with us with that group. And let me see what you guys have to say in the chat here. I know a lot of people are talking about the Liverpool Arsenal game this weekend.
Strange comments.
But I know, but we'll get to that, you know, when context, you know. So BX gonna say Liverpool need a midfielder ASAP. The midfield is looking hurt. So maybe that's why Jota was actually played as a midfielder. Yeah. Because Klopp's just trying new things, because Jota has not been starting a lot of games because, you know, Nunez is there, Firmino is there as well. You have Luis Diaz and Salah, so there's competition for places, you know. So
yeah,
you know, I like to big up to everybody in the stream, guys. Make sure you like the video. Big up to AD, Pookie, Lego Dude, Jan. Who else we got in here? Easy Money Sniper, King Huddle in the house. You know,
what was the question you had for me, King Huddle? What's the question?
Patrick in the house. You know, let me see what King Huddle is asking you.
I think it was RB Leipzig's right back. What I thought of him.
Yeah, ask the question again. Big up to Marcel, Very Lame Pichu. You know, everybody in the house right about now.
Oh, he's talking about Simakan, former Strasbourg player. I love him.
Look, we're definitely gonna keep it moving. Group B, man. So look, big things going on in Group E here. First, Group B. First of all, big up to Club Brugge on top. The group has not conceded a single goal in the group so far. Are they the only team in the competition that has not conceded a goal? Let's just scroll through really quick against. Let's just check that. Oh, Bayern has not conceded any. It's them and Bayern. And Bayern. Wow, good company to have, man. Wow, but look, surprise team of the competition so far.
They're the story of the Champions League so far, besides Napoli.
Club Brugge, man. Club Brugge, man. Wow. Wow. Top of the group.
That table is quite legitimately flip-flopped to what most people would
lopsided. It's a lopsided table because
it's a complete 180.
Look at where Atleti is, but look at the gap between the three teams and Club Brugge. I think Club Brugge has already qualified for the round of 16.
Well, they did.
With this standing.
Well, they have the head-to-head over everyone.
Exactly. And with the standing right now, you know, they're in the round of 16 because of the matchups, you know. Like if we go, just to simplify things really quick, right? Atleti play Club Brugge next match day, right? Leverkusen play Porto. These teams have to take points off each other. And then, Atleti play Leverkusen. Somebody's going to take points off each other again. And Club Brugge, Leverkusen, so they will go into the round of 16. I think it's definite. I think it's it's verified already, if I'm not mistaken. But let me just look it up really quick.
If it isn't 100% certain, it's 98.
Yeah. It's almost certain.
I don't know how. I'm trying to think of a way that they couldn't.
It's almost certain. There's nothing really definitive on it yet, but it's almost certain. So let's just get into the, just reacting to the group, but let's get into the matches themselves, though. So Club Brugge 2, Atlético Madrid 0. So Sowa in the 36th minute and Ferran Jutgla in the 62nd. And he's been a revelation, though. Unknown.
On fire.
So doing well unknown, doing well in the Champions League. He could go back to Barcelona and be part of the furniture over there, man. But it's not a game that I watch live, but it's a shocker for me. Because
I watched the second half. Yeah.
Listen, I expected better of Atletico Madrid, and they've been poor in the Champions League this season, for real, man.
I think their drop off is significant.
Griezmann did get a penalty that he smashed into the crossbar as well. Yeah. So they did have an opportunity to come back in the game and didn't take it. But I am impressed with. Forget about the match. I didn't watch the game, bro. And I'm just impressed with the result. It's a result game, and I'm impressed with the result. Yeah. I don't listen how they've done it so far by beating all three teams,
not conceding a goal.
Exactly, Porto, Leverkusen, and Atletico Madrid. Listen, most people I know predicted this team to place last in the group. I think I predicted them to come in third. I forget
where I put them, but I didn't expect this. No one did. Not even the most optimistic Club Brugge fan.
In terms of the games, though, what was my actual prediction here? So, we find this game. What was my prediction for this one? I predicted 1-1 for Leverkusen and Porto, and Atleti Brugge 0-0 was my prediction.
I went for a 1-0 Club Brugge win.
Wow. I didn't think they'll lose, and I didn't think they'll concede a goal. So it's a
2-1 Porto win over Leverkusen.
It's a good. You made some solid predictions there, bro. You know what I mean? You did. So look, without being too drawn out on this one,
Tejan Buchanan deserves a shout out.
Yes.
And I told you about this guy when he made the transfer from New England to Club Brugge.
No, well, I actually knew of him while he was, remember
Canada.
I was doing for Canada,
Gold Cup.
But I'm happy. I saw him, when in the highlights celebrating the goal. I was like, boy, Tejan Buchanan is back. He's very exciting, though. Very, very exciting. But, big shout outs to Hans Vanaken, has that, he holds up the midfield. And Dennis Odoi, man, I spoke about him. I don't know who his agent is, but he's gone from the championship to playing in the Champions League, and he will be at the World Cup with Ghana as well. So, he's not the most spectacular defender, but somehow he's
highly decent.
Exactly. He's playing in the big leagues, man. So, look, before we move on, though, we know Club Brugge would take the dog horse tag this season and go into the round of 16. They will be in the round of 16. No way you're not qualifying with 9 points in your first.
They just got to get a point, essentially.
Exactly. And from the way they play, they will get a point.
Yeah.
Do you think Atleti gets out of this group?
No.
Even with 3 games left?
No. Nope.
So you think this is going to be one of the big upsets in the group? Where the Europa League, maybe?
If you want to call it an upset, sure.
But the thing what I don't like with these teams is they go into the Europa League and they tend to do very, very well, man. You know what I mean?
They can take their UELs, whatever, their Europa Leagues, whatever works for them, man. They played well the first half. and they had 3 really good chances. They just couldn't get them in. And I just feel like Simeone, his magic is just running out. I mean, that club's whole identity is Diego Simeone, and eventually all good things come to an end. So
True.
I think it's the beginning of the end for him, to be honest, because I don't see them. Leverkusen just sacked their manager Giovanni
Sione.
Sione, not Simeone. They just sacked Sione and they brought in Xabi Alonso. I think there will be a new manager bounce. So I think
we'll get to that one.
I see Atletico Madrid finishing bottom. I think Club Brugge beat them at the Wanda next week.
Wow, that's a big call, though. That is a huge.
It's a big call, but I can't be disrespecting Club Brugge and saying that Atletico are going to win. They've not conceded a goal, and they're winning games in the UCL against opponents that they're underdogs. So I'm just while they have the hot hand, I'm gonna go with them. That's what I do.
True. So in the news as well, Marcos Llorente is injured, so he'll be out for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's fit enough to make Spain's World Cup squad. So you know, I like Marcos Llorente, very versatile, could play right back, the midfield, and he's
good at a lot of different things.
Yeah, he has an eye for goal, and you know, he pops up now and again in Liverpool fans' nightmares as well. So you know, don't forget that. So look, Atleti in trouble, Club Brugge flying high. I know about this team, bro. They were in City's group last season. Remember? They gave PSG and Leipzig a run for their money as well last year. So, you know, no slouches. Look, big up to Carl Hofkens. I don't know the manager very well, but shout outs to him because his team's doing very, very well. So, look, we're going to move on, bro. We got a lot to talk about. And if we continue to be so long-winded, we're going to be here all night. So, look, the next game here, Porto 2, Leverkusen 0. There was also a red card in this game. So in terms of the goals, look, I think Leverkusen was rather wasteful in this match. They could have got something. You could see the goals came late, 69th minute by Zaidu, a header, and Galeno in the 87th minute. And I think Patrick Schick did get a penalty, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and he did, right? He did get a penalty. Yeah. Let me just double check that. Patrick Schick. Did he get was it a penalty or a chance or something? I can't remember exactly. But he did get a penalty. Was saved by Diego Costa.
Diogo. So, who is one of the best young goalkeepers in the world. He is terrific. I'm telling you, every Porto game I watch, I try to watch the big 3 in Portugal every weekend. He continually, every game, he makes
a player I've been really impressed with, that winger Pepe, man. Oh man,
Evan Nielsen.
No,
too.
Pepe, that winger.
Yes.
That winger, he's Brazilian.
Yeah,
he keep an eye
legit.
Keep an eye on him. The dribbling ability and everything is off the chain.
Scary.
So keep an eye on him. Big up to Stefan Estacchio, the Canadian international as well. Yep. You know, so
brilliant performance from him. It really was. He was damn good.
So in this game, Frimpong was actually sent off, former Man City youngster. You know, see these youngsters, former Man City youngsters popping up. Rabbi Motondo, you have Jeremy Frimpong. You know, so and I'm happy that they're having, you know, good careers right now, man. But in the wake of this loss, Sione was actually sacked.
God, is that sad.
You know, so let's just talk about that a little. And big up to Michael Talks Football, because he has been talking about that for a long time. Ever since the group stages started, he mentioned how, you know, the team is just defensively, you know, weak, and he wouldn't last long. Offensively, they're not too bad, but you know,
They're not Man City. They're not Man City where they're guaranteed 3 goals a game. And so if you concede 2, it's not the end of the world.
They're very mercurial, man. Very hot and cold. And we've seen it in the group. You know, they've won 1, lost 2, you know, so you never know what you're going to get from them. But in the wake of Sione sacking former Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich legend.
And Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah.
Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso played for Leverkusen too?
Yeah.
When? He did? He didn't play for Leverkusen, bro.
Really? I thought he did.
He didn't play for Leverkusen.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. No, hold on.
He didn't play for Leverkusen.
Oh, I thought he did. I must be thinking of Balak.
You interrupted my very lavish introduction to say he played for Leverkusen. Yeah, you know. But yeah, man, Xavi Alonso, former Spanish international, man. You know, I like the appointment. I want to see what he's gonna do and if he's gonna be successful, man. So, you know, I think how many managers have been sacked so far in the Champions League? Thomas Tuchel. Who else? Sione. All the Germans. What's his name? Domenico Tedesco is Italian, isn't he?
No, Tedesco is he's
German too. Oh, yeah. So where's Sione from?
Switzerland.
Oh, yeah. So
he's Swiss.
He's sacked. Who else got sacked? Who's next?
Schroeder.
Oh, Lopetegui got sacked.
Lopetegui got sacked after Sevilla lost.
We didn't even get Schroeder got Alfred Schroeder. You think is going to be next?
He's going to be the next guy out. Yeah. Yep. 100%
for Ajax. You think so? What about Giovanni Van Bronckhorst?
No, they'll keep him because he's a mouthpiece for the board.
Okay. There's no way Simeone gets sacked, right?
Probably not, but they got to move on eventually. Yeah. They got to move on eventually. You know what separates Spanish clubs from Real Madrid? They're always tied down to one goddamn guy. Real Madrid don't rely on nobody. Nobody. Zidane ain't there, and they're still winning Champions Leagues. Ronaldo left, and they've done great since then. It was shaky a little bit to start, but they found their feet. That's the difference with the Spanish clubs in Real Madrid. Real Madrid is beholden to no one. No one. They let Casemiro go just like that.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Look here. This was a must-win. A must-win for Porto because you check the group. They didn't have any points. And you're going halfway through the group without any points or 1 point. You had to win that. You had to win that game. And they jump up to second. So it was a massive win. And with that win, do you think Porto could do it, on the road against Leverkusen? I think they'll back themselves. What did I
go with for a prediction?
To at least get something from that game. They need a draw won't be a bad result, but
I think it'll be 1-0 Porto.
They need to win it because you gotta be wary.
It's airtight.
You gotta be very wary of an Atlético Madrid resurgence as well.
I don't see it.
Bro, even though Club Brugge did extremely well in the first 3 games, this is the second half where teams are like, oh man, they get desperate.
The pressure.
Exactly. So anything could happen. Club Brugge could be at the top and they could be like, oh my God, we don't even know what we're doing up here right now. And they could start crumbling. I think they'll still go through to the round of 16, possibly. But it might not be as polished as the first half of the group there. So look, big win for Porto. Conceição and his boys. Let's see how they progress as they do face Leverkusen on the road next week. So we're gonna move on. And big up to everybody in the chat right about now. Big up to Pookie, Patrick, Marcel, Jan, Lego Dude. Guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. AD saying Allegri, but they won. You know what I'm saying?
He won't get sacked because he's buddies with Agnelli.
Yeah,
he's buddies with him.
Yeah, they won.
Nedved wants him sacked, but Agnelli is the one calling the shots at Juve. There's no chance.
So, in terms of the next game, Atleti host Club Brugge, looking to bounce back, and Leverkusen host Porto, also looking to bounce back. This group is getting very exciting and, very lopsided. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Group C, the group of death, including
Not really.
Plzeň. It is the group of death
No,
plus Plzeň. Okay?
Sure, I'll give you that.
Exactly. The group of death plus Plzeň, because the mighty Barcelona are struggling.
They're not mighty. They're not mighty.
Well, historically they are.
Well, historically, but
yeah, they are. And I expected a lot better from Barcelona, to be honest. So, in terms of my prediction for these games, I went with 6-0 for Bayern over Plzeň, ended in a 5-0.
I got 4-0.
For Barcelona, 3-1 win.
I went with 2-1 Inter.
Man, why did I go with the Barcelona win, though? I should have played safe with at least a draw, but still,
wow.
Still. So, look, guys, if you want to play the predictor game, don't forget you could join the league. Let me hit you with the link. Let me just get that link for you and share that link in the chat so you guys could join my league. All right, join my league, join up. The link is right there in the chat. And you could do predictions for the Europa League, Conference League, and the Champions League. Guys, also don't forget to smash up the thumbs up button for the live stream. We have been very consistent this season doing the reviews, and I do the predictions with Mike as well on Mondays. Oh, Steve, I didn't even realize you had this over here. I didn't even realize you had that.
Yeah, So I did go with I went with Inter 2-1, and I went with Bayern 4-0. There you go.
Yeah, that's Steve's page right there, guys. I'm glad you put that up.
Yeah.
Because if you have anything to share, just let me know, and bam.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy as that.
Yeah, exactly. And we switch right back over to my screen.
Easy.
I love it. I don't know why we haven't done that already. So I think we discussed it, but never actually did it. Look, let's talk, man. We don't have to stay super long on this game, but let's run through this one.
This is a controversy, or not this one. There's no controversy about this.
Yeah. So let's just talk. 5-0 for Bayern. I said 6-0. Plzeň are actually getting their ass taken to the dry cleaners. They're getting washed.
Poor guys.
They're getting washed.
The goalkeeper made some very good saves, to be fair.
Well, we expected that. We know their goalkeeper is decent. But the thing is,
they tried a little bit in the first 10 minutes. They're trying to establish themselves, but once Sané got in,
Bayern Munich looks so good, man. Those goals from Leroy Sané, the Mane goal.
Beautiful.
When I saw the Mane goal, I was like, oh man, thank God he's not playing for Liverpool anymore, because he used to score a lot of those really good goals for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you see all those draws that Liverpool picked up this season, if Mane was there, they would have won some of those games.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he has that, in him. You know what I mean? He comes up clutch. And Leroy Sané scored some exquisite goals.
He's been at Bayern for 3 years now, right?
3 seasons, I think. Yeah.
He's finally, the first 2 seasons were kind of up and down. He's starting the season off very, very well.
He's maturing. He's maturing a lot more.
I mean, he's a wonderful, wonderful player. He really is.
But the thing is, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about Man City? Not even to talk about City right now too much, but
he is a former City player.
It's how they could replace players like Sané, okay, you
like he was never there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, you want to leave? Okay. How much do you guys want for him? 50 mil? Okay, thank you very much.
Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus,
yeah, exactly.
Aguero.
Thank you very much. So to see him at Bayern is just it just brings back so much memories, because he was one of the most fed players. Yeah. I spoke to many Liverpool fans and they say, you see that guy Sané? That guy is scary, man. I'm telling you, The runs he used to make, it was ridiculous, man. The pace on that kid. And I was mad when we let him go.
With the ball and the little shuffles and the body feints and he like as a footballer.
I was mad. I'm probably still mad we let him go though. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, because he had something a hell of a lot different.
Yeah, but
he's got a wonderful shot.
He's done well, and he's won a Champions League too with Bayern Munich, right? Since he went over there. Yeah, and a couple league titles. So he's doing well for himself as well. So look, Sane, 2 goals. Gnabry with a well-needed goal, first in about 10. Mane in the 21st minute with a good goal. And I was like, I didn't even remember Choupo-Moting played for Bayern Munich. I swear. I was like, what the hell? I'm like,
yeah, he is. He's
still
playing for us. Yeah.
Listen, this guy, I don't know. I really don't know. His agent is working magic, man, because he was where was he? PSG. No, forget about the Stoke move. I'm talking about the PSG move. It's the PSG. The PSG move for me that was like, whoa. And then from PSG to Bayern Munich.
On a free.
You know what I'm saying? And he's managing. Yeah, he's managed. Yeah, I remember when he was a Schalke. Yeah, but
I'm not a Schalke fan. I like collecting shirts.
And he should be in the World Cup squad for Cameroon as well.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
So he's had a low key fire career.
Exactly. So
a journeyman career, but he's played in big games. He's played on big teams. It's nice career. He's never the superstar.
Maxim Choupo-Moting.
Yeah.
So look, Steve, we're not gonna stay too long on this, but special and notable mentions to
Musiala.
But stop taking the words out of my mouth. Jamal Musiala has been really good. Shout outs to him, man.
Here's a question for you and the chat. You pick what start and bench. Foden, Musiala.
Gotta start Foden, bro. Come on. Foden is a bit more.
I don't think it's as easy as
Foden. It is that easy.
No, it's not.
Come on, Foden is way more experienced.
Good debate to be had.
Foden is no debate. None. No debate. Foden. You
gotta watch more Bayern games than
Foden over Musiala.
I'm not even saying I agree.
Foden already has 180 plus games for Man City. Just keep that in mind. He's been around since he was 17. He has 50 goals for City.
Yeah.
So he's already established. He just scored a hat-trick in a Manchester derby. I didn't see Jamal Musiala do it.
Like Marcel, you never walk alongside in the chat. He's still a teenager, so maybe it is a bit unfair.
He will get there. He will get there, but it's not the comparison that you want to make. Like, I remember Liverpool fans were making comparison between Curtis Jones and Phil Foden, and I'm like, nah, there ain't no comparison. And swore there was a comparison, and what happened to Curtis Jones right now? He has not been able to keep himself fit, and he's not been able to hold down a place in the team. So it ain't no debate.
There's another question. So there's this guy in the comments named Peter Brugge, and he says he's from the Czech Republic. I'm gonna ask you, Peter, is Plzeň? How do you pronounce?
Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
Is it Plzeň?
Is it Pilsen or Plzeň?
Yeah.
Also, man, shout outs to Alphonso Davies, CONCACAF, player. Ryan Gravenberg, getting some game time. And I like that Nagelsmann recognized the importance to give these guys opportunities against Plzeň. Mazrui starting, Gravenberg getting a start. You know what I'm saying? So, Gnabry getting a run out up top, so...
Muller getting some important
exactly.
He's crucial for their Klassiker on Saturday.
Kimmich as well. It's Luca Hernandez, Pavard, all these guys.
He's injured. Hernandez is injured.
Still. Still.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you get the point. You know what I mean?
Mosquera had a decent game for them. He tried. He tried really hard.
Mosquera is one of them better players there as well.
He's on loan from Brighton, I think, right?
No, and it's not that Mosquera. This is a different
right.
Mosquera.
Yeah,
This
never mind.
yeah. You're bugging out with that one. It's nice to see, Matisse Tell as well. I like to, see his progress going forward. 17. So let's see if he's gonna kick on in the Champions League this season. Stanisic as well. He's been around.
Yeah,
But
Josip.
look, man, it was an expected win.
Yeah.
Big win, statement win for Bayern Munich. And, you don't play around with your food. You eat your lunch, you eat your breakfast, you eat your dinner. And that's exactly what Bayern Munich did here. So, look, let us wait. Before we move on, I noticed something here. I just noticed something. Stanek didn't play the game.
Stanisic? No.
Stanek, the impressive goalkeeper, Jindřich Stanek for Plzeň.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Stanisic. My bad.
So it was a different goalkeeper for this game to Vardon or whatever. So just notice that. So look, guess what, Steve? Bayern play Plzeň next week again.
I put in my prediction. I'm going 7.
Early? You think they're gonna score 7? You think the big boys come back for the second one?
Why not?
Okay, so
keep the confidence in the goals going. The big thing I take away from Bayern was, yes, it was a weak opponent in Plzeň, whatever the hell you want to call them. Every one of our big hitters scored. Sane, Mane, and Gnabry. Like, that's huge, because when Lewandowski left us, you gotta find goals from throughout the park. And we have been drawing some games, but the game on Friday against Bayer Leverkusen, we did very well. So we scored 9 in our past 2 after some draws in the league, in the Bundesliga. But we're still perfect in the Champions League. So we're looking great.
Steve, what do you think about this comment here? You think there's any truth to this comment?
I say it's comparable.
But how can he be in better form?
I think Musiala is in slightly better form. Just because, look, just slightly. It's not dumb. I'm not saying they're like.
No, but I'm saying how, though.
Crap.
How? No, I'm not saying that. But if Musiala, if that was the case, Musiala should have just been rested for this game. You see what I'm saying?
But they look a different team without him in there. That's why he's playing.
But Foden was rested for the Copenhagen game because of how good he's been and how important he is to Man City.
Haaland? Haaland's been pretty okay.
No. But the thing is It's a difference with Haaland.
Keep your striker hot when he scores.
Exactly. And
he keep it going.
The more he plays, the stronger he's going to be. And I did mention that Haaland should get taken off at halftime, and that's exactly what Pep did. But look, we're going to move on, though. We're going to move on because I don't know how, Musiala could be in better form than a guy coming off of a hat-trick, a guy who has 6 goals for the season already, you know what I mean? I am impressed with Jamal Musiala. I like Musiala. I'm not going to act like,
he's shit.
I don't like Musiala. I've been praising Musiala, but let's give Jack his jacket, man. Let's not get too carried away here. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not getting carried away.
No, not you.
It's a healthy debate between 2 amazing young football.
Not you. It's the yeah.
People get tribalistic over this shit.
I know. So look, maybe it's a Phil Foden hater. I don't know. You know what I mean? But look, Bayern perfect, 9 points, 9 goals, none conceded. Yeah, and there's actually a stat on Bayern Munich as well when it comes to the win. I think they've gone about 31 games in the group stages. I think something like that. So let me get that for you guys before we move on. Let me see if I could find. Let me see. Yeah, Bayern are unbeaten in 31 group matches in the UCL, setting a new record in the competition. Crazy in the group stages, actually, guys. Bayern have also won their last 10 group matches, with no team ever winning more consecutive group games in the Champions League, including second group stage invincibles. Brilliant stuff, man. You know what I mean? So, and the reason why Muller and Kimmich didn't play, they tested positive for COVID as well. So just a little insight there on that one. All right. So look, Steve, what about just before we move on, you heard about the Lautaro Martinez links to Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
Do you think that one could happen? Do you think they need
Oh
a
yeah,
striker?
Bayern are one of
Do you think they need a striker though up top?
It's possible. Nagelsmann has done a 2-striker system, and Lautaro Martinez would be ideal for that.
But no one came in for Lewandowski as well. So Mane is not a striker. He can play the position, but he's not.
It's not his bread and butter.
Yeah, he's not a number 9.
But he still does an excellent job at it. Obviously, you want to play him on the wing, but
I think Lautaro is just overkill for Bayern, in my opinion. Right. I
mean, you need depth. You need depth nowadays. It's a squad game.
You don't need no depth in the Bundesliga. Bayern don't need no depth in the Bundesliga.
Look at the league table, Dom. Look at the league table
now. Wait until 10 games from now, and
you don't know what's going to happen.
You see what the league table looks like. Matchday 20. You
don't know what's going to happen.
Remember, I told you that. But anyways, man, Bayern play Plzeň next week. But let's talk about Inter 1, Barcelona 0. I did not watch the game. I watched the highlights. There's a little controversy in the game where the whole what was that, the foul
handball.
Yeah. It was a handball, but there was a foul before, something like that. Yeah, so but look, are you talking about the Pedri goal? You mean the Pedri goal and the handball in the build-up?
The offside, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
They're not offside.
It was a handball. I think that was Ansu Fati. That was a handball. Yeah. So
no, with the penalty shout for Barca. The Dumfries.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that.
Well,
what do you mean when Dumfries ducked out the way? You mean?
Yeah, when he was jumping for the ball.
Oh,
in the box. Oh.
I didn't see that. But I know there was some controversial moments in the game. But listen,
that was the big one. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Barcelona lost.
No, Barca fans are trying
Barcelona
to make
lost. They lost. They had opportunities, didn't take them. They hit the post a couple of times. Dembele. They did not. They have not played well so far.
That's what happens.
They had opportunities against Bayern Munich. Lewandowski heading the ball straight to the goalkeeper. So, I want to hear no complaints. I don't want to hear no whining or nothing.
Finish your damn chances.
Exactly. Has not been good.
And so for me, it's Xavi's fault, 50% of it, and the players too. Look, Xavi should not be picking Rafinha as a left winger because he's not versatile. Rafinha is a right winger and a right winger only. Don't try him right wing back. Don't try him right midfield. Don't try him as a center back. Don't try him as a left winger, a left midfield. He is a right winger. He's not versatile. I understand that Dembele plays his best off the right, but he does decently well off the left. But if you don't want to do that, then go with Ansu Fati off the left. He's so naive. He thinks he can get away with this stuff. Playing Sergio Busquets in this game. He's naive, bro.
Listen, one player.
Playing Alonso as a left back. He's a left wing back.
Well, Alonso is technically a left wing back, a left back. So
he's not a left back.
No, you could understand why he playing him there, right? But
no, not Alonso.
And I'm so happy that as a Man City fan, that I saw the back of Eric Garcia. You don't even know how happy I am, man.
Pep Guardiola doesn't let guys walk out the door for free if he ain't good.
This is one player I don't like.
He's not good. He's not a good defender.
I don't like this guy.
He's shaky.
There's something about this guy that I don't like. You see what I'm saying? And, I don't know, man. I don't care how I sound. I don't wish him well. I don't wish him well because, at City, Pep was actually giving him opportunities.
And you
He
continue
saw
to
the
mess up.
potential. No, he wanted to go to Barcelona.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, why are you so hell-bent on going to Barcelona? Like, what is wrong with being at City and developing into, a player that Pep saw that you could be? You know what I'm saying? And he's at Barcelona, and I don't see him progressing. And he only played the game because Koundé and Ronald Arroyo aren't fit. That's the only reason why he played. And then Christensen got injured, so he's going to have an even longer run in the team. You see what I'm saying? So, listen, man, Lewandowski had a couple chances, didn't really, click on the day. Pedri scored, but there was a handball in the build-up.
Busquets made mistakes.
Listen, let's give Inter the credit.
Yes, they defended with such brilliance, and they stuck in there. Mkhitaryan was really good, tracking guys and defending very, very well. I mean, damn. And then Çalhanoğlu was also there, like kind of CDM. I'd never thought that I would see him, but he did excellent. He really, really did. And he took his goal really well.
Remember the shot from the first shot he blasts from distance? If that had gone in, man, oh my God, that was a brilliant strike. And then when he scored, Barcelona stood off him a little bit too much. Didn't close him down quick enough. And we know, if you've been watching, German football or just any football for a while, and you don't know what Hakan Çalhanoğlu is capable of, you can't give
that guy any distance to shoot on target. Doesn't matter where on the field.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu, he was at I'm talking about his days at not Leverkusen, but Hamburg. Lord Jesus, man.
With Youngming's son too.
Lord Jesus. Some free kicks this guy used to score. He does not score those kind of free kicks frequently anymore.
But he still has got something world class.
He got the quality still. He does have the quality, but he used to score some free kicks when he was at Hamburg. It was out of this world. Out of this world, man. And I was like, who the hell is this Hakan Çalhanoğlu guy? Some outrageous free kicks, and that strike just shows his quality. And you know what's quite unfortunate about Hakan Çalhanoğlu? He was at AC Milan, and AC Milan, he was there, and I think he was there, and Inter won the title.
And then he goes to Inter on the free, and then AC Milan.
And then AC Milan wins the title. It's like, it's just keep eluding him, man. So I like him. I've always liked him. Turkish international.
I'm a big fan of him.
So
he did his job, and the back three were tremendous for Inter.
I underestimated Inter big time. Onana made some good saves as well, but I underestimated them. I thought Barcelona would have won the game, given their resurgence and everything. But they didn't take the chances when they came their way, man.
The difference is between Inzaghi and Xavi. Inzaghi made an appropriate first club to manage in Lazio, and he did excellent with us. Won the Coppa Italia and the Supercoppa. Then he goes and takes a step up to Inter. That's appropriate. Xavi went from Saudi Arabia to Barcelona. That's
Qatar, actually.
Qatar.
Yeah.
That shows that is no.
Kind of irresponsible, right?
It's irresponsible for Barcelona to employ that.
So
I don't think they'll make it out of the group stage, Barca.
I was just about to get to that. With that being said, with them losing back-to-back games in the Champions League, do you think with this lack of momentum, they get out of this group? Because look, they play Inter next, and if we're going to judge the performance here, they might not beat Inter. The game at the Camp Nou might end in a draw. But it's also important for Inter to be very careful going into the last three games because, look, you're not going to win the game against Bayern Munich.
Probably not.
Most likely not. So for Inter, the advantage that they have is beat Plzeň and pick up a point against Barcelona. You
Yep.
don't have to get
Match
anything. Yeah, you don't have to get
Barca's
anything.
results because you have 3 points on them.
But look, you don't have to get anything, right? You don't have to get anything against Bayern. Just get something against Barcelona, beat Plzeň, and you're through to the round of 16.
And you especially don't have to get anything against Bayern because Barcelona won't get anything against Bayern.
Exactly.
Match the results.
They won't.
If if Inter match the results, they're set. They control the destiny.
Yep.
And but Barca do too because they play them next week, obviously. But I think Inter are going to get a result.
Yeah, but let's check the group. Check the group. Barcelona only got 3 points after 3 games. So look, all
2
Inter
goals,
needs
4.
Exactly. All Inter needs, right? No, it's actually
five.
Look, all Inter needs to do is to draw Barcelona. Just draw them. And they're through to the next round, bro. That will leave Barcelona with only a maximum of 6 points to get. And Inter will beat Plzeň. And then Inter has the better head-to-head over Barcelona.
They assume so, yeah.
They got the better head-to-head, and they're going to
go. That game is at the San Siro for the Inter Plzeň.
Come on, bro. Plzeň are not getting
I'm saying in theory.
Look, from what we saw, they ain't going to get no points from the group.
Yes.
Right? Yes. You know, so even though I predicted Barcelona to go through ahead of Inter, it will take somewhat of a miracle for right now for Barcelona to go through to the round of 16. Sadly,
I mean, let's put this in the context, Dom, with the financial risks that Barca have made this summer. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the game against Inter next week could be one of the biggest games in Barcelona's history. Because if they don't win, they need to win, and then they have to do that. Like this is huge. This is huge. They put all of their chips in on.
It's a huge game because what happened last season when they flopped out big time, and the season before. Yep. Don't forget that, this is 3 seasons now that Barcelona have been embarrassing themselves.
Yep.
When Bayern,
financially, and that comes with financial.
Yeah, Bayern blew them out with the big 8-goal drubbing, right? And then last season they got put down in the Europa League and did get knocked out of that. They didn't even challenge. They didn't even challenge, right? And then they kind of challenged, but still they got knocked out. And then this season, you're coming back and embarrassing yourselves? Seriously. Because they're going to lose. They're losing to Bayern. I'm not even hyped up about that game because Bayern's going to run riot against Barcelona again.
Yep.
And the most they could get, I think, is a draw. But Barcelona going into the Europa League. Let's just come to that conclusion there.
I 100% agreed. And you know what? If Plzeň beat them, they might be out of Europe altogether.
Damn. Well, if Plzeň defeat Barcelona, then it might be serious repercussions where the board might start thinking
is not keeping his job if they lose to Plzeň.
Even though they're doing well in the league, you're embarrassing yourself in the Champions League. It ain't gonna look.
That's good. The prop. They can't afford it. They can't afford it. They've made so many risks in their future. Like this is that game against Inter is make or break. Unbelievable.
So for the next games in this group is the opposite of what we had this week with Plzeň hosting Bayern and Barcelona hosting Inter. So big, massive games. Bayern could clinch their place in the round of 16. Plzeň could fight back. Inter could also get closer to the round of 16 with a win. Inter would actually qualify for the round of 16 if they do win because Barcelona, they'll have a better head-to-head. So
they'll have 2 wins,
It's a massive game next week.
It's head-to-head that decides tiebreakers first, right?
Yep.
Not goal difference? Okay.
Yep, it's changed because of the, I think it's changed. So, look, we're going to move on to Group D. Big up to everybody in the chat and everybody who stopped by the stream today. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure you smash up the thumbs up button for the live stream. Go over to Twitter, follow Steve at Stove Makala, and guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Go comment on my Twitter every time I post a team. Tell me why you supporting 50 teams. I haven't heard it enough.
So we're gonna move on to Group D, and in terms of Group D, these are my predictions here. Sporting 2, Marseille 1. I got that one wrong, and I did predict Spurs to actually beat Frankfurt, didn't I? Where's that game? 2-1. So I didn't do well. I didn't do well at all, man. What was yours?
I got both wrong as well.
What was yours?
I went with a Frankfurt win and a Sporting win.
Scroll to that.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm the one controlling, not you.
Yeah, I'm sharing your thing right now. So okay? So all right. So you got you didn't get any right, but still.
But I fancied Frankfurt to get a positive result, essentially.
Yeah.
I did get Marseille Sporting wrong.
You did good. So all right, let's go, man. You know what I mean? We spent very long on those last when we first start talking Champions League any day, we tend to be a little long-winded, and then we realize, like, hey, man, time's going. We need to not.
Hey, it's almost 11. Yeah,
exactly. I gotta go pick up my wife later too. So, and I gotta go to bed to get up to go to work in the morning too. So I'll have all night. But look, this group. I always thought this group was going to be very, very tight. And
this is a group of death.
Look, I think it's actually the group of life.
No.
Think about it. Everyone has an opportunity.
Well,
it's the group of life.
That's a group of death, though, because anyone can finish bottom, anyone can finish top.
It's the group of life. A group of death is when you have big teams, Barcelona, Bayern, Inter, all Champions League winners. And a group of life is when you have teams like this group. Even though Marseille won the Champions League before, you have this group.
Just won the Europa, but
exactly. You have this group where anything could happen, right? You don't even know what's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it is the group of life, in my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. It could be your group of death, but it's just what I think, So look, Sporting, man, Sporting.
Red card killed them.
Even though they lost this game, they're still on top of the group with 6 points. Tottenham being very Spursy, of course, 4 points, 1 win, a loss on the last match day. So they'll look at this as an improvement too. Frankfurt bouncing back pretty well with a win and a draw, and Marseille with their first points of the group to basically say, hey, we're still here.
Dead.
Yeah, we're still here, man. So look, let's just talk about the games briefly. We're not going to be super, super long here. We're going to run through this group and move on. But 0-0. I actually I don't think I did watch the highlights for this.
It was a blur. Game.
It was a blur. The highlights was a blur, man. It was a lot of, wild opportunities for Spurs blasting the ball over the goal.
Frankfurt they had some chances too. They did too.
But this guy, I heard this guy is heating up, man. This Kolomuani kid.
Yes. I was a big fan of
Kamada has been doing well.
Jesper Lindstrom.
Enough is enough.
Enough.
Well, look, we're not gonna say enough because remember, it's not English. It's Knopf.
German.
It's Knopf.
It's German.
Because, remember with Knutsen, the manager Knutsen, I was corrected. I was like Knutsen. They say, hey man, this ain't English. You have to pronounce a hard K in front of it. So I don't know, man. So big up to King Huddle, who is a Tottenham fan, who says, we totally dominated Frankfurt, but unfortunately our front three totally misfired. Poor touches, poor link play, and poor finishing in the final third. They cost us the win.
In the first half, Spurs were dominating in a loose sense. They were the guys with a chance. Frankfurt grew into the game eventually, though, and Tottenham chances were dwindling, and Frankfurt had some chances. I thought it was a good game to watch, to be honest. but not a bad game at all to watch. I think Spurs could be in trouble here. Really
0-0. I honestly think it's a disappointing result for Spurs because you gotta come on, man. You're Spurs. The amount of money you spend, you have Antonio Conte in charge. You got big players like Harry Kane, Richarlison, Son. You spent big money on these players, Perisic, just to name a few. And you're struggling to beat Frankfurt. Like, come on, man. Frankfurt are debutants in the competition. But at the same time, you got to give Frankfurt a lot of credit.
They hung in and battled.
Yep, they're the holders of the Europa League, and they're showing that they're not just there to make up numbers.
Lindstrom had a good game.
Looked bright. Yep.
Kolo Muani too had some. People are obviously popular prediction they'll go for like a 2-0 Spurs win, but I don't think it's guaranteed.
Yeah,
we don't.
It's well poised right now in the group, man. And this
Spurs are good at home. That's something they do have going for them. On the road, Spurs are a bit sketchy.
This 0-0 draw, nice result for Frankfurt.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's an improvement on the last result for Antonio Conte and his boys, where of course they lost to Sporting, right? So and for Frankfurt, it seems like they're getting better as the group progresses.
Exactly.
So look, not much more to really add. We're gonna keep it moving.
Of course.
It's a 0-0 game, and we're gonna move on to the next match. We got a lot more to talk about, guys. A lot more. So we're not gonna spend super long on these groups anymore. But Marseille 4, Sporting 1. When I checked the score, bam, Trincao first minute. I was like, whoa, Sporting, they're gonna make my predictions come true. But then the red card happened, you know what I mean? And I think the red card actually knocked the stuffing out of Sporting here. So look, just to bring that up, the red card, 23 minutes, Adan. Look, Marseille had already scored. Marseille had already come back in the game, right? Alexis Sanchez, when Adan slammed the ball into him, and Amine Harit, former Schalke kid there, Moroccan, he scored a good goal, right? He scored a good goal.
Yeah.
And any sort of fight back from Sporting
died.
Was, exactly when Adan got sent off for handling the ball outside the box, right?
Sloppy. Very sloppy.
And when the new young goalkeeper came in, it didn't help their cause because he conceded.
He made one pretty good save,
but he conceded right away because he didn't make a good decision coming out for the ball, and Leonardo Belletti, headed it in.
Good center back,
and then Chancellor Mbemba in the 84th minute put the icing on the cake there.
I've got a good stat about Alexis Sanchez whenever you're ready.
All right, hit us with it.
So,
do you want to share your screen or no?
No, it's fine. I know it off the top of my head. Okay, so Alexis Sanchez became the third player to score a goal with 4 different clubs in the UCL. The other two, who are the other two?
You told me Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and who else? Who was the other player?
It's Argentinian. He played for Parma.
Parma.
Also played for AC Milan. Also played for Inter.
Just share it with us, bro.
Lazio.
It's not quiz time.
Hernan Crespo.
Oh, okay.
Crespo. So Alexis Sanchez in some esteemed company.
Okay.
You sound real interested in that. That's a good stat. Come on.
It is a good stat. That's
a good trivia question.
It is a good stat. So, do you think Igor Tudor's Marseille are finally arriving in the Champions League this season? Because they play Sporting away.
Yeah.
And if they are to stay in contention and getting out the group, they're going to need a similar result. And the thing is, it is possible because Antonio Adan is suspended for that game.
Yeah.
You see? So Sporting are really against it right now. it's crazy. They started the game well, but they just instantly fell apart even before Adan got sent off. So they have to pull things back. Ruben Amorim, he's highly praised. His character is going to be tested. The metal of the team is going to be tested, and even with a good start, let's see if Sporting could pull things back together. If we check the group really quick, you could see Sporting on top. They started with back-to-back wins, and we were like, oh shoots, So with that loss now, it makes things a lot more interesting because Spurs now are gonna host Frankfurt, and they're gonna fancy their chances of winning that game. So if Sporting fail to win that game, Sporting would drop all the way down to third. And Spurs will be first. Marseille will be second going into the final 2 match days where we don't know where these games are going to go because all these teams have been, they've been beating each other. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So maybe Marseille's getting better, and when they play Spurs the second time, they could get something.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't. So, yeah. Any more thoughts? Anything else you gotta say?
It was good performance from Marseille to be able to come back. Alexi and the goalkeeping also from Adan on the Alexis Sanchez goal was just poor, but a good instinctive finishing from Alexis Sanchez heads up play. So and how they took his goal well. Good performance from Marseille.
Also great mention there by King Harder, no crowd because of the trouble that's been going on in League, of course. So yeah. So
bro, I saw bare videos of Marseille and Frankfurt hooligans fighting each other all over Marseille. Those guys, oh my lord.
Crazy, man. So King Harder saying, to be honest, I'm a bit worried about Marseille away, but we might be through by then.
Peter, you don't want to go to Marseille wanting a result, bro. That's dangerous. Yeah.
Peter said, I hate Spurs because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I like Harry Kane. That's the only player I wish good luck. Okay.
Interesting pick.
Yeah. So Harry Kane is not a very smart guy though. Had an opportunity, but you know what it is though. Everything happens for a reason. Everything, because if we had went on and got Harry Kane, we would have never had the sensation called Erling Haaland. We would have allowed Real Madrid to scoop him up before he come to, he would have gone somewhere else or stayed at Dortmund or
could have gone to Newcastle,
Bayern Munich or wherever, or Newcastle, who knows? But because Harry Kane and I don't get it, man. He's so. It is a dumb decision.
I'm gonna spend my whole career, Spurs.
If the best team in the country wants you and they're willing to pay the big money for you, right? Make the move happen. Tell the Spurs board, listen, I want this to happen. Make it happen, man. You know what I mean? I want to be professional. Don't make me have to force the move. Make it happen.
I think he tried to be fair. I just don't think Spurs wanted to let him go.
But still, he didn't try hard enough, bro.
He signed the contract.
He didn't try hard enough. Look at
signed the contract.
Wesley Fofana wanted to go to Chelsea, and he made it happen. He said, I want out. Okay?
Yeah, but Leicester and Daniel Levy Spurs are two different beasts.
But what I'm saying, if everything happens for a reason, if that didn't happen, then Erling Haaland would not be a City player.
Then why did Kane sign the contract? You're legally bound to. That's the problem.
Listen, Kane I don't know, man.
I don't disagree.
It's not a good decision he made.
It wasn't a good decision to sign the contract because he eventually leave.
Even though at the beginning of the season, Spurs look good to win something, we have now learned that they ain't going to win nothing. We learned that. They ain't going to win anything.
I mean, Conte might be gone before the end of the season. He's calling his players stupid and stuff. When does that ever work?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, big up to Nishu A, who say, how do I join these hangouts? it's not really a hangout. It's just Steve and I, doing the Champions League. And in the future, I do plan to have, maybe have more people on. We do like a little mini panel. We talk football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But right now, I do not have the time for to commit to these things right about now, man. I already have enough commitments, and this is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Mondays as well.
Yeah.
Michael talks football, and I do, a little Champions League thing as well. So, you know what I mean? Uh, look, I don't know. I would love to have 10 people in here talking, but I don't know, man. I can't really invest as much time as I used to into YouTube like these days. I have to pull things back together first, and then maybe I'll do that.
It's all good.
I got a little comfortable, to be honest. I got lazy. I got to grind. No, I'm back on a grind when it comes to work and everything, man. Seriously. Look, since the pandemic hit, where I got real comfortable. So, look, with that being said, let us move on, man. Big win for Marseille. Hard luck to Sporting. And let's keep it going, man. Let's move on to the next group.
EFGH.
That is Group E. We got 4 groups to go, but we're not gonna be super long. We didn't spend too long on that group, so we're not gonna do the same here. But look, Salzburg on top of Group E. Well poised. Group E is well poised.
They're doing their thing, man.
Yeah, before we do, of course, Steve, let's share Steve's prediction. Steve, what was your prediction? Share your predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll to the predictions for these games. What was your predictions?
1-0 Milan. That didn't work.
Wow, you actually went for Chelsea. Come on, that was a poor prediction, Steve.
2-2.
2-2. That was also another poor prediction. You know why? Come on, man. Dinamo does not travel well. You know that. Come on, you should know better than that. These are my predictions for that game. These games. 2-1 to Salzburg over Dinamo. And you guys know I like Dinamo. I still predicted them to lose, right? And for Chelsea, I went for a Chelsea win. Where's the Chelsea game? Where is it? Man, I went for 1-1. Pardon me. I went for 1-1 draw. They won the game, but look, fair enough. Though. I didn't predict them to lose, so it is what it is. Though it is what it is. So look, let's talk. Let's talk briefly. I actually did not get to watch the highlights for the Salzburg game.
I watched both games, so I'll
be honest. I can't say much about this game, so I'll let Steve talk. But Noah Okafor in the 71st minute with the only goal here, and as I expected, Dinamo to lose on the road. They're absolutely horrible travelers. Horrible. After and the most recent game that I saw of them on the road was the Bodo Glimt game. And oh my God, they were just terrible in that game. It was like they forgot how to play football. But when they go back to the Maximir, Salzburg are losing that game.
Possibly.
Salzburg are losing that game. But look, let me just say this before I let you talk, right? Dinamo started off with a win against Chelsea, right? And they have followed up with 2 losses.
Yeah.
Lost to AC Milan, and they lost to, of course, now to Salzburg. And guess where the games were played? On the road. The games they lost were on the road. So they're not a good road team. They probably lose all 3 games on the road. And they're going to lose at Stamford Bridge without a doubt. And at home, they might not lose any. So that's going to put the group in a very difficult situation, because they might actually end up getting about 7 points at home and in the group. And it's going to make the group is one of Chelsea or AC Milan are not going through.
I agree.
One of Chelsea, let me repeat, one of Chelsea or AC Milan are not going through to the round of 16. Because Salzburg and Dinamo Zagreb are actually saying what's up, especially Salzburg. So, Steve, what are your thoughts?
I thought the game was pretty good. It was competitive, very physical. I think first half was pretty even. I think Salzburg had a few more of the chances, but the really tight game in midfield, especially. And the Salzburg kept chipping away, and they eventually got their goals. So good performance from Salzburg. Good performance. Dinamo made it very tough, and they had a disallowed goal at the end because of an offside, sadly. So Dinamo actually. They almost drew, but they just they screwed up a little bit at the end.
Okay, well said. So
Yeah.
Salzburg 1, Dinamo 0. Salzburg, big up to Matthias Geisel, one of the youngest managers, not the youngest manager in the Champions League, because the Copenhagen manager, their new manager, is actually 34 years old. So, but look, keep an eye on a lot of these Salzburg youngsters, especially Benjamin Šeško, Noah Okafor.
Yeah.
As Steve's saying, Dedic, a few of the
Omar Soleil had a good game.
Kjaergaard kid is pretty good too. So, just keep an eye on that team. Dinamo, they would always be a good home team, but it's nice to see Theophile Catherine back in the team as well. He has not been, a part of the first team for some time.
Yeah.
And, big up to Robert Lubicic as well, one of their brighter players. So, look, we're going to keep it moving, and let's talk about the other game in the group. Chelsea basically mopping the floor with AC Milan here.
First half wasn't super clear.
I actually have to say that before I even go on. AC Milan were very poor in this game.
Yeah.
Very, very poor. Yep. I think they're missing some players.
Yes.
The one big moment that they had was when Leao dribbled through the Chelsea defense, and who was that with the poor finish?
Krunic.
I can't remember, but whoever.
It was Krunic.
Poor finish, and that was a great opportunity. You know what I mean? So Chelsea, however, they had a lot of chances, the Thiago Silva chances, and then Fofana putting in. Raheem Sterling had a lot of chances. It was just that Raheem Sterling that I grew frustrated with. You know what I mean? And it just reminds me of why I'm happy he's not a City player anymore. Seriously, it was just so like it was like right now at City, there's not a player that I'm like. Grealish frustrates me sometimes, but he's been playing well lately. But Raheem Sterling, just like, God damn, you're supposed to be a professional footballer. How are you like running a blank when you're supposed to make a decision? He does that so many times, though. So many. When you're supposed to shoot, you keep running. Shoot! I'm telling you, man. So it is, I'm just happy to see the back of him. Seriously. So Fofana, 24th minute, Aubameyang 56, set up by Reece James, and then Reece James in a 62nd.
Tom, you know what's funny? The only player.
What's funny? The way Raheem Sterling runs.
Well, obviously, no. You know what's funny? The only player to have scored more goals under Pep Guardiola.
Is Aguero? Isn't it?
Nope, it's Sterling. Sterling is.
Isn't it Aguero score more goals?
Sterling is second. Messi is first. No, Sterling is first. Is second. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I knew of a stat like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So.
But he could have been more. He could have been even more goals, though. That's the thing. He could have scored twice the amount of goals that he scored under Pep that he scored. He could. Especially the one against Olympic Lyon in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah, that was a costly one.
Just annoying, man. Annoying player to watch. It's like...
He scored a lot of goals for you, though.
Yeah, he's talented, but he's too hot. He's too hot and cold for me, bro. Too hot and cold, man. So, look, Graham Potter, with his first win as a Chelsea manager in his third try. Reece James, man of the match here.
Second half from Chelsea was mint.
As you can see, Fofana, Thiago Silva, and Koulibaly at the back, I think, that would be the ideal center back pairing that Potter would want to implement. Chilwell at left back, Cucurella back on the bench, James, so Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek starting. So, you're beginning to see Graham Potter put his style on this team and with the personnel he's putting out there as well. So let's see. Havertz on the benches, Sterling and Mount, Aubameyang up top. His confidence is growing. Back-to-back games he's scored in now. So, that could only bode well for Chelsea as he's kind of getting rid of that number 9 curse that they've had for a while. And don't forget, Lukaku is still a Chelsea player,
On loan.
Yeah, he's still a Chelsea player. So I don't think he'll end up back at Chelsea, but still, just remember that. So, look, man, Milan poor, in my opinion. I expected better of them for at least a draw. Even with key players out, I thought the backup brigade would still do a good job.
Tato Rashanu is rubbish.
Didn't happen. Yeah, didn't happen. And that's the backup goalkeeper, right?
Yes, Tato Rashanu. Yeah.
And Mike Maignan is injured. He's been really good. One of the best in Europe these days.
Sensational.
So, yeah. So look, man, Steve, Chelsea drew to Salzburg. Now they picked up a win. Do you think they're picking up steam slowly now?
Yeah, I would say so.
The next game is against AC Milan. It's important that they go away. And does AC Milan still share the San Siro with Inter, right? So once they go there and they put out a good performance, they need to at least walk away with a point because I think they will defeat Dinamo at Stamford Bridge and they would fancy themselves to get something from Salzburg. So they should go unbeaten for the rest of the group stage, therefore making it out of the group. But the true test would come when they meet the more quality teams, when they go into the round of 16 and, you don't want to draw Bayern Munich. You see what I'm saying? Right now, you don't. That's not the team you want to draw. So, look, we're going to keep it moving, though, definitely. And in terms of the next games, you got Dinamo hosting Salzburg and AC Milan will be hosting Chelsea. So, look, big up to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys smash up the thumbs up button for the stream. Thanks for your input. But we're going to keep it moving. Group F. Real Madrid, as expected, topping the group, 3 wins in 3. They've only conceded 1 goal. Shakhtar second impressively. They didn't lose too badly against Real Madrid. Leipzig, a third, bouncing back with their first win of the group stage. And Celtic, as expected, are struggling at the bottom with 1 point. So it's fair to say it will be between Shakhtar and Leipzig for that second spot in the round of 16. If Celtic are lucky, they might actually peek their head in as well, but I don't think they will. So it's Shakhtar, Leipzig. And, judging from what we've seen, Shakhtar is going to be a tough nut to crack for any team. Even, they proved to be, they weren't, Real Madrid just didn't brush them aside, even though the goalkeeper is pretty good. So let's get into these. What do you think about the with the group setup so far? That's expected?
Yeah, I would say so. I think in my original predictions, I went with Leipzig second. I had Celtic bottom and Real Madrid top, but hopefully Shakhtar, my Ukrainian boys, can pull through. But
what were your predictions for this match day here for these games?
Let's see here. There we go.
What? Actually.
Dom, what happened? What happened last year?
It doesn't matter though.
It does. They match up well with Real Madrid. They gave him a hell of a game today.
I know, but still, bro.
And they gave him and then I went 2-1 Leipzig.
You're bugging out, bro.
I got Leipzig right.
Yeah, so these are my predictions. I actually went with 2-0 win for RB Oil, a 2-0 win. They won 3-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for Real Madrid, I did predict them to beat Shakhtar as well, 2-0, and it was a 2-1 win. So solid predictions, man. Solid. Not so solid on your end, though. I gotta say that wasn't so solid.
Upsets happen, bro.
I know.
Club Brugge are top of the table.
That's true. That was the only upset. Well, we had the other upset, Benfica getting a draw. Basically, that's an upset right now, in my opinion.
I went with a win.
Okay, I see. So look, let's just talk about these games. Run through these games. Leipzig 3, Celtic 1. So, also just to mention, Peter Golaski will be out for the foreseeable future. He's injured.
Knee.
He pulled the ACL in his knee.
Or AC,
As new coach Marco Rose would now have to go in with the second option goalkeeper. Well, Blaswich, never heard of him before. So let's see how that one works out.
I'm bummed out as a Hungarian. I really am, because he's been really good for Hungary lately. I hope he gets back healthy soon. I love him. Love me some Kulashi.
So Leipzig bouncing back, and in this game he had Nkunku, who is going to be a Chelsea player, I heard. In the 27th minute. Jota, the very talented Jota, with an equalizer in the 47th. And Andre Silva with a brace, 64th and 77th minute. I didn't actually watch the highlights for this game. I ran out of time, man. It's too many games, man. It's 16 games, Ridiculous amount of games when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So, look, Leipzig bouncing back. First win.
You're sharing my thing still, right? Not the...
I am.
Yep.
Well, that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing at all, right?
Yeah, I just thought you were meant to have that on.
Yeah. I did, but it's not a bad thing to share your things still, so people could see some of the terrible predictions you made. So, look, man, Nkunku gonna be a Chelsea player. I heard.
Bro, I'm convinced. I'm convinced Nkunku is a Anelka regen.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities between him and Anelka. He's just so swift on the ball. He's not super quick, but he's got a good shot on him. He's versatile.
Do you think he's gonna make the French team for the World Cup though?
He should. He absolutely should, especially with all the injuries.
Is Nkunku still uncapped?
No, he is.
That's a good question, right? Is Nkunku capped? Or I can't remember him playing for France, though. I cannot remember Nkunku playing for France. Maybe he has.
No, I think he has.
Let me see. Yeah, he has 8 games for France. Yeah, he has 8 games. But is he gonna make the squad though? That's the thing.
Should. He should.
That is the thing. Is he gonna make the squad?
He has to.
Well, look, he
has to.
Actually been in the squad in the last two international breaks. So and you know what's crazy though? For the last 2 international breaks, I didn't watch any international football, bro. None. And guys, by the way, guys, Steve actually cut his hair, guys.
For God's sake.
Okay, so just take a good look at how handsome he looks with his new haircut. So
Christ. Bro, I keep feeling my hair.
Big up the Lego dude in the house, man. But look, man, listen, it's a result that I expected. Celtic are doing well in the Scottish League, so I don't think Postecoglou is under any immense type of pressure. He was always up against it in the group, so in the Champions League, so it's all right, man. You know what I mean? They still have a point. They've still picked up a point in the group so far as well. So, look, any more thoughts on this before we move on, though? Do you think Leipzig's gonna get out of the group? What do you think?
I think they'll slightly edge it. It was a good game. And Leipzig, the goals they scored were very, very nice. Simakan had a good game, and the Cuckoo, and it was a good performance from Leipzig. From Celtic, it was just typical. They just didn't look that great, really.
Leipzig has a advantage here because the next game is against Celtic. So if they win that game, they go up to 6 points. And where Real Madrid would most likely beat Shakhtar again, Shakhtar would now be against it 2 points behind Leipzig with 2 games to go and having to play Leipzig. So the Shakhtar Leipzig game, massive game.
Yep.
Massive. And then for Celtic now, they're not totally out of it as well. Because if they manage to beat Shakhtar, right, and have a better head-to-head, they could get a Europa League spot if Leipzig, Real Madrid, and Celtic do beat Shakhtar the last 3 games. So it's still very much alive in this group for these other teams. Real Madrid will go on to top the group, in my opinion. And just to touch on their game briefly, Real Madrid 2, Shakhtar 1. In this game, Rodrigo in the 13th minute, Vinicius in the 28th, and Zubkov with a really great finish in the 39th, set up by Mudryk. So look, Real Madrid should have won this by about 6 goals, but Trubin was pretty impressive in goal. A lot of saves he pulled off. And if we check the stats really quick, you would see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the saves here. So let's go to the attacking stats, and you could see Real Madrid 36 attempts, 13 on target. And in terms of the saves, I want to get to the saves. Goalkeeping here, you could see 11 saves made by Trubin. 11.
Yeah.
It was quite a one-sided game, even though Shakhtar did, get a few look-ins. Courtois was hardly, not Courtois, but Lunin, the Ukrainian goalkeeper, Lunin was hardly tested. If we go back to
Trubin had an excellent game. Was very happy with him.
But Lunin, it was a pretty easy game for him because,
Trubin had a very good game for Shakhtar. Yeah.
No, but Lunin was in goal for Real
Ukrainian.
Madrid.
Yeah. For Real Madrid, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty, it was not as a routine as it should have been.
We put up a hell of a fight against them because we were 2-0 down. We got the goal back, and we put up a good fight considering everything that's going on with Shakhtar.
Yo, Shakhtar is one of your teams too, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
You did. You just forget these things.
Shakhtar, bro. God, I didn't know. I didn't remember that. But Mudryk, bro, you think what do you think he'll end up? You think he'll end up at Newcastle though? Do you want him
at Newcastle? Oh my God, of course, yes. He slept right in on the left.
He's Absolutely. Good, man. He's really good.
We need a winger so bad. I can't do this Miggy Almiron stuff.
Bro, Almiron just scored twice.
I know.
Bro, Almiron is
He's inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
What's wrong with you?
He's inconsistent.
Almiron is saying
he's inconsistent.
So Lego Dude said Lunin still hasn't kept a clean sheet in 8 matches for Real Madrid, which is an interesting stat.
Yeah.
So big up to King Hado says, Steve, you are the world's biggest football polygamist. You are though.
What's a polygamist? Yeah, polygamy, multiple wives.
You remember when I just met you, I actually spoke to you about doing like an interview with you, talking about all the different clubs you support, but then I was like, you know what, I don't want to do it because people might not see it in a positive light.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
No, I know that, but we had the discussion though.
We could do that whenever you want, bro.
It's
I don't
just
care.
different though. It's just different because for like me, I could hardly keep up with City, right? And I do keep up, right? But I could hardly keep up with like everything, much less to watching games in Portugal, France, Spain, all my different teams in the different leagues. It's hard, bro. I don't know.
Bro, I love it. It's just something I love it, man. And I pick it.
But how do you do that? And how do you do that and you still have like one girlfriend though?
One girlfriend.
Well, you answer like you got more than one girl. Like you got a girl in every state.
Nah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not like that.
Listen, that's not impossible though. With social media, you just hit up a girl in every. You just go on Instagram and you just hashtag Massachusetts, hashtag Rhode Island, hashtag New York, and
Idaho.
then you're gonna hook up with a girl from every state. You're gonna
No,
have
I
a
ain't
girl
doing that.
from
No,
every
no,
state, bro.
no.
See what I'm saying?
No,
So
no, that's not
yeah.
me.
But
I
look,
love
man.
I love my football. That's
I know, bro. I know. But you see what most people, you know, they love the football, but they're still pretty neutral. You see what I'm saying? Like if I watch some Bundesliga, I could care less who wins. La Liga, whatever. But you see what I'm saying? I'm not invested. There's no emotional attachment to any other club but Manchester City. See what I'm saying?
Zagreb.
Nah, listen, there's hardly any emotional attachment to Zagreb. I don't tune into the Dinamo Zagreb league games. You see what I'm saying? And yesterday, when was the Dinamo game? Was it yesterday, right?
It was today.
You see, I didn't watch the game. I had other things to do, and I did that.
Cantona said you can change your wife.
You know what I'm saying?
BX Gunner. Cantona said you can't change. You can change your wife, religion. Can't change your club. I don't change my clubs. I just have a lot of them.
Yeah,
and I know, but you got to give me credit. I know about.
No, look, it's very interesting. You are an anomaly, and that's why it's good to have you, you know, to discuss the Champions League where you know there's many teams in there and you're knowledgeable about a lot of the teams. So, you know what I mean? I'm not knocking you, bro.
I know you're not.
That's the last thing I'm gonna do. So I'm just trying to, you know, deter people from knocking you as well and just accepting, you know, that everybody has their own views, their own opinions, and their own choices. You see? So we're not gonna talk. Well, we're not gonna talk about the people who become, you know, move from Real Madrid fans to Man United fans because of Ronaldo, or Barcelona fans to PSG fans because of Messi.
I don't do that.
You see, so there's a lot of people who do that.
I've been
man. Yeah. No. So what are you saying?
I don't change my clubs. I stuck with them. I've been a Bayern fan. The shirt's old, bro. Like I've been watching for a while. Shakhtar, same thing. They're playing Roma in the Champions League at the YMCA 5 years ago, and we beat them. So I've been around.
Don't add any more clubs, man. You have enough. You have enough.
I'm like Tiger Woods.
No more, bro. Don't be, you know, going to a different country and have it. Oh man, Punic is my Armenian club now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my Azerbaijan club is actually you know, what's that club called again there?
Neftchi Baku.
Whatever, whichever one you want to choose.
Karabakh.
You know? Karabakh, yeah. You know, so yeah, man. But guys, let's continue.
Yeah.
We just having a little laugh though, you know what I mean? Spicing it up a little. Look, Real Madrid, I think they played well, but they weren't clinical enough. Or maybe you could give the credit to Chubin in goal, who was absolutely spectacular. So I wasn't expecting any other result but a Real Madrid win. I knew they weren't gonna blow them out the park, and it ended up
goal the goal that Zubkov scored was tremendous.
It was brilliant. I love those kind of finishing, man. Yeah. I love those type of volleys, man. Those are good to watch.
That made me happy that we at least got something.
So look, the holders Real Madrid continue to soar. They're looking good, and they should go on to top the group, and they should be, you know, the team to beat in the competition this season as well. So look. We got how many groups left? We got 2 groups. Only 2. Yeah. We're doing well, you know what I mean? We'll be done pretty soon, and then we take a little 5-10 minutes to just run through some Europa League predictions. Let me see if my wife didn't hit me up to pick her up. All right, she didn't hit me up yet, so we're good. She probably will in the next couple next 10 minutes or so. But let's use that opportunity to actually, get it moving. And once again, thanks to everybody. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Your wife's
All
the
right.
devil. Must be a hell of a relationship.
All right, so let's just finish things off, bro. I don't think we have enough time to do any Europa League predictions, but you could also do them in the predictor app. I will do that. I will take some time to do that.
Man City, Copenhagen, summarized. Holland.
We don't really need to stay super long on that game, but it's exactly, look, just to talk about that game, it's expected that City would run away with the damn group. 9 points, perfect, winning every game so far.
Sevilla were crap.
Yeah, and just to talk, let's start this game first, then we go on to Sevilla. It's, little 5 minutes on this game, man. The lineup, just to give my thoughts, right? The lineup is exactly the lineup I thought that Pep would put out. You know what I'm saying?
4-2-4.
Bringing back Diaz, bringing in Laporte, Gundogan, Bernardo, giving Kevin De Bruyne a well-needed rest. Grealish, Mahrez, giving Foden that rest. Haaland, Alvarez, bringing in Alvarez, getting him involved, keeping Haaland in the team, let that, consistency continue, right? And look, Copenhagen, they did absolutely nothing, literally nothing in the game, nothing. It was just damage limitation for. I think they tested Edison about once.
Yeah,
it was one of the most one-sided games you could ever see. Yeah. And it's what we expected, because look, just to be quick here, bam, predictions. I said 5-0. I said 5-0.
No, you said 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, 4-1. Thanks. I keep messing up my own predictions. And I predicted a 2-0 for Dortmund over Sevilla, ended 4-1, of course. So, I got predictions right in that. And in terms of Steve, what you predict?
3-0.
3-0 and 2-0 for Dortmund. So you did well. But look, just to touch on the Man City game here. Haaland, 7th minute, man. Brilliant right-footed finish. It's simply amazing. Just amazing, man. And his second goal was the rebound from the Alvarez, the Sergio Gomez shot, and first to the rebound to tap in Erling Haaland. The Chokolova own goal, Sergio Gomez. I was talking a couple of days ago on Monday about how much Sergio Gomez is a baller. This guy is a baller, man. And when we signed him, I was like, okay, has to be a reason why we signed him. The man is good. He's good. Mahrez from the penalty spot in the 55th minute. And then Julian Alvarez, brilliant, in the 76th minute, will do his confidence a whole lot of good. Grealish could have scored. He was brilliant in the match. Kudos to Grealish. Played well. It was a complete performance, man. You know what I mean? Complete performance. Shout outs, even though he didn't play, Manuel Akanji, Pep's, he's been one of Pep's favorite players since he signed, and he's even got a rest in this game. Rodri's back on the bench.
Akanji's been mint.
Yeah, he's been real good.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
So look, Erling Haaland was taken off at halftime. Cole Palmer came on. He looked good. Rico Williams came on. Rico Lewis. Not Rico Williams. That's
and Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Cole Palmer, Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis is only 17. He's so strong. Crazy. And when I'm looking at Rico Lewis, he has a look like Kyle Walker. He's basically Kyle Walker's replacement. People don't even realize how Man City operate, though.
Yep.
Kyle Walker's in his last days of his City career, right? I won't be surprised if next summer Kyle Walker moves on. I won't be surprised.
Because he's 32 and is kind of taking a tiny dip.
Yeah, his body is breaking down a bit.
Yeah.
And you have Rico Lewis, who's 17, and Pep's trusting him. That was actually his Champions League debut. Wilson Esbran came on as well. He looked good at left back.
Yeah.
And when Esbran came on, Sergi Gomez went into midfield. So you could see how versatile the team is. Easy win, 5-0. Is how much it's going to be when City travel to Copenhagen. It might be a big. This could have actually been a double figures.
Oh yeah,
because the goalkeeper for Copenhagen was ridiculously good, man.
Grabara.
Yeah, he was really good. He's a Polish goalkeeper. He was good.
I'm a huge fan. I'm genuinely a huge fan of his. He's
so Steve. Before we move on, do you think Man City could win the Champions League this season?
No.
Okay. All right.
Mentality.
All right. I'm not gonna argue. Let's keep it moving. Just wanted to hear what you think. Look, Dortmund 4, Sevilla 1.
Could that here? I'll clarify. Could Man City? Yes. Will they? No.
Okay. All right. So wait, Dortmund 4, Sevilla 1, and Julian Lopetegui has been sacked.
Deservedly so.
Officially, you know what I mean? So Guerrero, 6 minute, really good. Great, a belt of a
wonderful.
Goal. Bellingham, who was a captain on the day.
The assist. The assist for that was just
So Adeyemi, I think Bellingham assisted Adeyemi goal, if I'm not mistaken. And Julian Brandt in the 75th minute. Yusuf Enazari did pull one back for Sevilla. And I have to say that Sevilla started the game very well.
They had some chances to score, but Kobel had some great saves.
They had some. No, not Kobel. It's Alexander Maya.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah. I think you always mix up the Dortmund goalkeeper though for some reason.
I don't know why. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you do. Kobel is not. Kobel is there, but he's not. Number one. Yeah. So. Polished performance from Dortmund though. Mokoku started. Adeyemi, got a goal to get his confidence up. Marco Reus didn't start the game, and what you call it? Hummels didn't play as well. He didn't start, but you check the bench. You had a few youngsters here: Roth, Papadopoulos, Malen, Anthony Modeste, and Hazard came off the bench. I hope Royce isn't injured again. I didn't even see him on the bench there. So look, Sevilla, they've been poor this season,
and the end of the second half of last season when they were in a real title fight.
I do think they have a good squad, but they miss Diego Carlos and Koundé, their defense, which is the core. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to lose those two players and just think you're going to continue where you left off from last season, where they were very good defensively. But look, before we do move on, big win for Dortmund here. Jude Bellingham, man. Oh, man. He's growing in stature. He's growing in stature, man. You don't rate him?
No, I'm saying he's a joke, bro. Like how good he is. He's No. Bellingham is. If you don't rate Bellingham, I don't know what
Bellingham
you're watching.
Bellingham is the truth.
The goddamn. He's just.
Where do you think he's gonna end up though? That's the big question.
Real Madrid.
But why? Why?
Because Liverpool fumbled the bag.
But why though? Why?
Why?
Chouameni, Camavinga is already there.
Bellingham to complete it.
Yeah, maybe he could be a Modric replacement. And Tony Cruz is up there in age as well. So it would make sense. It would make sense.
He is a Real Madrid player too, bro.
It would make sense. But
if you get him, it is officially a farmers league.
I don't think City is gonna go in for him because we have Calvin Phillips and Rodri already. We're not gonna go in for him. Only reason we'll go in for let me tell you where we'll go in for. There is a possibility.
Gundogan leaves.
Gundogan and Bernardo could leave, and we could go in for Bellingham. So it's not out of the question, and money is not the problem either.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So
I don't think he's going to Liverpool.
Liverpool, I'm skeptical they're gonna spend the money. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That is the thing. But look, big win for
If Liverpool don't make the UCL, there's no chance they get them.
Nah, Liverpool will make the UCL, man.
But if they don't,
they'll bounce back. That's they'll
you agree
bounce.
with me though? If they somehow miraculously screw up and don't make UCL for next year, they ain't getting Bellingham.
I don't think that'll be a big factor though. I really don't think. I think the more the legacy of the club would be a more attractive thing.
No. It's about the money. The money you earn qualifying for the Champions League.
You're right. So look, the group, City should go on to top the group, barring some kind of meltdown in the second set of games. Dortmund should come in second, and Sevilla and Copenhagen would fight for that Europa League spot. Look, last group, man, before I head on out to pick up my wife. Big talking point, the big shock is the draw between PSG and Benfica, which leaves them level on points. And it's looking like these are the two teams that would actually go through, because Juventus ain't looking like they're going to beat PSG nor Benfica. See what I'm saying?
They won't win again. Yeah.
Juventus actually picked up their first points against Maccabi Haifa. So it's just sad. It's just sad how much Juventus have declined. So seriously, it's like, wow.
Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They struggled for long portions of that game against Maccabi Haifa. Maccabi Haifa were giving them problem, especially second half, dude. Second half, because they scored and it was only 2-1. They were so damn close, but then Rabiot bailed them out. For me, this is a result which papers over the cracks, to be honest. Okay. I didn't think Juventus were amazing. I think they looked awkward when they were on the front foot, because that's not how they do things. They are the ones who want to sit back and soak up pressure and counter, because that's what Allegri likes to do. And same thing on Sunday against Bologna, where they won 3-0. I'm not impressed by them. It's paper over the cracks. But Allegri won't go.
So they might not. They most likely won't win the Serie A, and they're struggling to get out of the group right now. But in this game, Adrian Rabiot, who almost left the club in the 85th and the 35th and 83rd minute, and Dusan Vlahovic, big money signing in the 50th minute. David did pull one back for Maccabi Haifa.
And a Cherry assist.
Yeah, who, they're trying, man. Haifa is trying. Big up to Francie Perro.
Cherry.
Sac passe, Francie Perro. And also, Angel Di Maria
3 assists.
Goes past Messi and is only second behind Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of Champions League assists. So big up to the legend, Angel Di Maria. The only big blip in his career is going to Manchester United. Don't forget that, guys. Don't forget that. Don't forget when Angel Di Maria and Radamel Falcao was at United.
When they flopped.
And then Falcao went to Chelsea and still flopped. So,
and then went to Monaco and tore up.
Yeah. So memories, man. Memories, So big up to the boy Weston McKennie, CONCACAF.
Yeah, better. He had a better. He had a better game, McKennie, because he's been struggling lately for club and country. I don't know what's up with them, but he did better today.
Steve, does Juventus get out of this group?
No,
that's the question. Chat. Does Juventus get out of this group? That's the question I pose.
Juve will lose to Haifa 1-0.
You think so? On the road. Haifa would give them a run for their money at home.
Exactly. No, I just, and especially with the way the game played out, they're going to make adjustments, Maccabi Haifa, to be a little bit more compact, a little smarter on the ball defensively, not try to be so, it was a bit naive from them. But I was impressed. And also, it's also Yom Kippur today. So players were fasting, the Israeli players. So
and my daughter didn't go to school today either.
Yeah, so they were missing some of their players.
She told me, oh, she don't have school. It's Yom. She don't remember the holiday. I was like, is it Yom Kippur? She was like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, you love it, right? Because you don't have to go to school. I used to love those Jewish holidays. I don't know what they meant, but for some reason, we didn't have to go to school for them. was like,
There you
okay,
go.
great.
Take it.
So look, Benfica won, PSG won. I was shocked when I saw this result. Messi in the 22nd minute, really good goal. And then Danilo own goal in the 42nd minute there for Benfica. Deflection into the back of the net. But I have to say that Gonzalo Ramos really give the PSG defense a lot of trouble. And even Rafa Silva had gotten behind one time.
Dribbled through in the second half.
They really give PSG. I'm really disappointed in PSG.
But also you got to give credit to Benfica. Have to.
But still, though, I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in them.
The thing is, we Benfica exploited Sergio Ramos's age and lack of pace. He's I think he's fallen off a little bit. And they're also missing Kimpembe. That's big for them. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of the boys. Honestly, I thought we did really, really well. You know how you beat PSG and you get good results? You tell them, you show that you're not going to get bullied. This ain't going to be a counterattacking game. No. We're going to give you problems defensively.
Well, you're wearing a Benfica shirt right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was the main game I was focused on. I had that on my big screen.
So, that's a big result, man, because I talk a lot of smack about Benfica in the build-up, to be honest. I said that they weren't going to get anything from this game, you know what I mean? It was mostly for entertainment purposes, to be honest. I was talking the crap, but I know what they're capable of doing, but still, I did still think that PSG was actually going to win.
Yeah, I had it as a 3-2 win just because I think PSG, if they are going to slip up,
So your prediction was Haifa to beat Juve. No, you making predictions for next week already, bro?
4. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to 3. Go back to match day 3 so we can see your predictions for this one. All right, so what were your predictions? You predicted Benfica to beat and you predicted a draw. Okay, so you didn't get any of those right. No wonder your scores were that low.
I got a point for a Haifa goal, so.
Okay. So my predictions for this one was Juventus 2-1 over Haifa and then 3-1. And I predicted a 3-1 win for PSG over Benfica. And of course,
Vlaco Dimos had an amazing game today.
Yeah, he pulled off.
And Donnarumma and Verratti. Verratti was key for them as well.
But I'm disappointed in PSG, though. You don't have Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. Look, if you don't believe me, it's right there in front of your eyes. You don't have a team like this with Hakimi and Nuno Mendes and all these guys. Ramos and Marquinhos and Donnarumma and not win.
No, bro, but all of that is true, but Benfica didn't let that phase them.
Yeah, but Benfica, you got to give Benfica a lot of credit, though, because Benfica is always a transitional team. Always. A team that's always selling players, bringing in new players, and still competing is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing, man.
Roger Schmidt has done unbelievable. We drew our first game of the season on Saturday against Vitória Guimarães. Drew that 0-0.
Benfica are still one of the unbeaten teams in Europe, along with PSG and City, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
No, extremely proud. Seriously, we've been kicking out. Neres had a pretty good game. For me, man of the match from Benfica, I would say either Antonio Silva, who I thought did a great job on Messi.
Quality team. I heard about this Antonio Silva guy, man. I heard he might be the next big center back coming out of Benfica there. And not to forget Enzo Fernandez as well, you know what I mean? And Gonzalo Ramos. Benfica's going to make some big money next summer again. But look, Steve, you don't have to call it a night, bro, you know what I mean? 2 hours, 18 minutes.
No worries.
Very good discussion. Don't forget, we'll be back on Saturday, bro. Saturday, Europa League fun, Conference League. We're going to talk about, those pharmaceutical companies and things like that. You know what I mean? Have you
Some
taken?
Slovako.
Yeah, I took a couple I took a couple Slovakos for my headaches. You know what I mean? So I should be good. So Saturday we're gonna link up. We're gonna definitely link up for some Conference League and Europa League action. But that'll be it for us guys in terms of the Champions League. Listen, the Champions League has so much to discuss. We could have gone for 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could just talk and talk and talk about the Champions League, man. But once again, I like to say big up to everybody in the stream. BX Gunner, Lego Dude, King Huddle, everybody, AD, Steve, big up to you, man. Big up to everybody who came through, participated in the chat, like the video. Everybody watching a replay, thanks again for tuning in to yet another one. This is my style of content these days, bro.
Yeah.
Chill, relax.
Just hit the live button.
Yeah, hit the live and talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These days, I don't have time to edit nothing. I don't even have time to clip out nothing, bro. But when I'm done, I got to go pick up the wife, go sleep, get up, go to work. I don't have a laptop to take to work because my laptop, one is a dinosaur and the other one is broken. And, who knows if I'll ever get back to how I used to be. Maybe when I save enough money to buy a laptop, though. But look, and I want to buy a MacBook and not I don't want to. I could easily buy a $500 Windows
you
laptop, but I don't want to go there. So look, guys, thanks again, Steve. Appreciate you coming through.
Of course, bro. Thank you.
We're gonna link up again on Saturday. Don't forget Saturday. I'll be live again tomorrow to talk the Premier League match week coming up. Big match week. Liverpool Arsenal is a highlight game. City play Southampton. I think Man United play Everton. So
Everton dub.
Who do you guys play? Newcastle.
Brentford at home.
Okay.
Saturday.
You should win that game. You know what I mean? You should.
Brentford are tricky.
Yeah, they are. But look, man, nice haircut. You know what I'm saying? Nice to see you again. And from Steve and I, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. All right.